Hello to Franny Tost TV. Here I bring you a story. There was a girl in the countryside who loved to play with the animals and plants. She would always go out into her garden and pick fresh vegetables for them and even talk to them like they were her friends. And over time, something incredible happened. The girl's kindness changed the plants and animals forever. This little girl was full of imagination. She would make up games and then get lost in them for hours. For example, she would take a flower, place it on her head like a crown, and run around the house saying, "I am the queen of the flowers. Bow down before me." When she walked through the fields, she would pretend that she was an intrepid traveler discovering new lands. And when she played with the kittens, she imagined that they were brave lions hunting for their dinner. Her parents didn't mind if she spent all day outside because they knew that she wasn't just playing with some old toys. Their daughter was playing with nature itself and learning about the world while being in it. The girl grew up happy and at peace with herself and the people around her. And even now, many years later, she remembers those days with warmth and fondness. The little girl also had a wonderful dog named Fido. He was a big, fluffy dog who never left her side. Whenever she went outside to play, he would follow her and lay down beside her or try to help her with her tasks. But he wasn't strong enough to help her carry big things. That's why he felt sad when his beloved owner wanted to feed the hedgehogs or birds. But one day, the girl came up with a brilliant idea. She took an old wooden cart that no one was using anymore and made it into a wagon for her dog. Now, Fido was very excited and proud to be able to help his owner. He enjoyed pulling the wagon around the yard and helping her collect food for the animals. Meanwhile, there was a family of hedgehogs living in the hedge near the girl's house. These little creatures were always hungry and looking for food. They would search for worms, bugs, and berries, but they could only find small portions and they were never full. It wasn't until they met the girl that their lives changed for the better. She started leaving out plates of food for them every evening. At first, the hedgehogs were scared to approach the girl. They thought she might try to hurt them or chase them away. But she was so kind and gentle that they soon forgot their fear and started enjoying their meals. One night, the girl was feeding the hedgehogs when she noticed a new one. This hedgehog was smaller than the others and had a limp. He couldn't walk properly because his right front leg was bent and didn't function. The girl felt sorry for him and picked him up. She stroked his soft spines and gave him some water and food. Then she carried him inside and put him in a basket. From that moment on, the girl took care of the injured hedgehog every day. She fed him, played with him, and gave him medicine. She named him Quick because he ran away from danger quickly. And after a few months, Quick became her pet. He would follow her everywhere she went and always greet her with a happy squeal. One sunny afternoon, the girl decided to take Quick for a walk in the forest. She put him in the pocket of her jacket so he wouldn't get lost. As they walked along a path, they saw a clearing with lots of flowers and trees. The girl sat down on a log and took Quick out of her pocket. She let him run around and enjoy the view. At that moment, the girl heard some loud noises coming from the bushes. She got scared and pulled Quick close to her. Suddenly, a big brown bear came out of the bushes. He looked at the girl and asked in a deep voice, "Well, hello there, little one. What brings you to my forest?" The girl was shaking with fear, but she managed to say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Bear, but I didn't know this was your forest. We're just going for a walk and we won't bother you." The bear looked at the girl and the hedgehog for a few moments. He then let out a loud laugh that made the ground shake. "Don't worry, little ones," he said. "I don't want to hurt you. I was just playing. I'm just playing." The bear was amused by the girl and her pet and decided to play with them for a while. He rolled around in the grass, chased butterflies, and even climbed up a tree. The girl and Quick joined in the fun and had a great time playing with the bear. They laughed and played until the sun started to set. Then the girl knew it was time to go home. She thanked the bear for the fun day and promised to visit again soon. The bear waved goodbye and went back into the bushes. As the girl walked home with Quick, she realized that the forest wasn't a scary place. It was just a home to some amazing animals like the friendly bear. From that day on, the girl visited the bear often. She brought him honey, berries, and fish, and they became good friends. The girl also told the bear all her secrets and dreams, and he always listened patiently and gave her wise advice. As the years passed, the girl grew up and stopped visiting the bear as often, but she never forgot their friendship and the lessons he taught her. She became a kind and caring person who loved animals and nature and always remembered to respect and appreciate them. And what about Quick? Well, he lived a happy life with the girl and her family. He loved playing with the other dogs in the neighborhood and going for walks in the park. He was a brave and curious dog who never lost his sense of adventure. Even in his old age, he was still full of energy and joy and loved spending time with his favorite girl. One day, the girl was feeding the birds when she noticed a sparrow that had fallen to the ground. It couldn't fly and was bleeding from a wound on its wing. The girl felt sorry for the bird and picked it up. She stroked its feathers and gave it water and food. Then she carried it inside and put it in a basket. From that moment on, the girl took care of the injured bird every day. She fed it, played with it, and gave it medicine. She named it Chirp because it sang beautiful songs. And after a few months, Chirp became her pet. He would follow her everywhere she went and always greet her with a happy chirp. One sunny afternoon, the girl decided to take Chirp for a walk in the garden. She put him in the pocket of her jacket so he wouldn't fly away. As they walked among the flowers, the girl saw a butterfly that had landed on a leaf. She stopped to admire the butterfly's beauty when suddenly a big black cat jumped out from behind a bush. It pounced on the butterfly, but the girl quickly intervened. She shooed the cat away and picked up the butterfly, which turned out to be a painted lady. The girl, touched by the butterfly's fate, decided to take care of it. She put it in a jar with some leaves and flowers and placed it on a heat mat. Every day she fed it with a dropper and talked to it to keep it company. Soon, the butterfly recovered and became the girl's pet. It would fly around her room and land on her shoulder. One day, the girl was feeding the butterfly when she noticed that it had a small cut on its wing. She felt sorry for the butterfly and decided to take care of it. She put it in a jar with some leaves and flowers and placed it on a heat mat. Every day she fed it with a dropper and talked to it to keep it company. Soon, the butterfly recovered and became the girl's pet. It would fly around her room and land on her shoulder. One day, the butterfly flew away and didn't return. The girl was sad to lose her friend, but she was also happy that it was free to fly wherever it wanted. And that's the story of a girl who loved to play with the animals and plants. She showed them kindness and compassion, and they rewarded her with their friendship and love. Thanks for watching. See you in the next story.